Randy J report so. Abusua we de mame enchia ona memo akwa abamfa wombra Randy J report so. Na Honorable Alexander Kwamena Afenyo Markin ene wakakopie mu ewo asase radio wo mu dwumadie bia wo ye na no pa mu fene se atumpan na wohwe ensem ahodo ye Afenyo Markin akakohwe agu ho no mu a na kyese eniema ekoso wo man ye mara se badwafie mu papa ensem ekoso wo man ye mara se badwafie mu a brano na se nka de Ghana ye nyina yetimi hunu de ye mara se badwafo wonom eyon wo ho na yenim se Kwamena Afenyo Markin wona ye mara se badwani de ma efutufo anase efutu abato mpehwea so ene wono na ye wopani pa ya woda edom kuma mekire minority wo mara se badwafie mu na sese gold board kapudio ya wakakobo ye nam so ma IMF for the nkrata abre wo man mra hye badwafiem ese yenyan mpo a yanhwe a enka ye de tabo anase ye de so ebeto ye sikasem bi so e wa monone ampenifo asesi ameno kasei wonum edi hu nkomo etu hu anamo se de be ya won be pene pomasibre good board ya yewura same jamfi edi wonani mo no kire sese IMF for the krata babonten aba beyese said na wonum etiatiemu ebode wuro se gold board aboka 214 million no se na nyesa akora na tie eye 1.7 billion US dollars ena ye ka wabo eno dan change so asisi IMF for the krata e dia break Bank of Ghana kire se dia nhwa enche be kwa ho kire buruburo because sika pudio ya Bank of Ghana ehwie edi try say inflation be gina ba bi gina na dollar no so sebi etimi akofo mu ntino wohwi wo ma ye japade kakra ye wo nyina de agumu a or the control inflation no ena IMF for the krata babonten aba be kire se eno so enya ade e beboa ye edo dan chin ya sei koko reforms ya o mode kopia o man mera che badwafie mu a wono mode akako so akuafo mene ya o mche se akuafo pe o mu mpe o sei de abre wo mu aba be ya reho sem akuafo esu hu no so Afenyo Markin aka ho nsem ya sei de galamse ya MPP for NDC di bo mu triswa se wo man timi anko o mu de o mu ba acha bosumi sia de o betu ase ne ade nene aka koduru sei Afenyo Markin enya daje akirekire sansem ni nyinam a mepesa obaje bre na ode watie bi mesre se obala ke me video no wo share na ode wadwenkire nsoso aba yenko na yenko tie interview no ya ekoso ewo asase radio so adaroma.
Dr. Bawumia is a problem solver. Abrebone hu odu baby a want wase. Abrebon odu baby a want wase. But with time, nimpa better wase. Dr. Bawumia Sabio obey a running mate or some party or some obey a vice president wanda ozi ninyim zinyina the sum yan papa Nana Akufo-Addo na ben. Some of the key challenges are yenye wabem wanda wo ho dano minua atoforsen oba parliament okasan for the first time ato praise Dr. Bawumia ose obo MPP in about the war the digitalization ayeye them say hey echimehu all the payment systems the e-governance initiatives are ye introducing for reforms no mana na mwehu de sana mo bobo ya abado atoba a budget review no media review he said it me pedo ehwehwe tape na bo na nkofo
tape no ma misisi ya
ese ona okasen atuna na muto all these initiatives no or Dr. Bawumia them go for reserve see nsanda NDC funa wen muto. They are not even properly managing it the way or the Mpocho. So Dr. Bawumia it's a nekase nyinara. He is youth centered. You see, the world today has changed. It has changed into a digital age, technology, artificial intelligence. So what can the asset are? Today, your knowledge over a certain software is your asset. It is property or your wage japazi. A japazi in a day in a sikadri tebio. Or ye nimzibia war what technology be only a japazi. You see, whenever Dr. Bawumia talks about digitalization, he is directly speaking to the youth and opportunities that he wants to use technology to create for employment. Because you need a leader who has a broader understanding of the technological age and is willing to invest in technology to create economic opportunities for the youth. Ghana, your problem I will say is unemployment. Galam say ya king is because youth in Pinara wonya mo from a university. When any the dying obey Cocoa Board, Bank of Ghana, Ghana Gas, GMPC, Bobo, Abe Juman. But in your Abe Juman, creates economic growth. Or your uncrown Juma, no be create economic growth. So what Dr. Bawumia is saying in there, say, Yamana Quenya, ne economic policy no. It will be fully be anchored on technology. Sometimes people say, oh, Dr. Bawumia or economist, now he has veered off from economic issues. Really? Do they understand the age we are in? In Bria woman or digital revolutionary age. We are in an era of digital revolution. So any economic policy devoid of this imperative is empty. You cannot talk about policy, economy as a leader without fusing it with technology. So you need technology to move. So that is why he simplified it by saying that he will create a digitalized economy using the youth now. What should share opportunity no, as those who would benefit. Because Abufre baby or Warrior University or idea or your capital nausea we develop a software.
Yeah.
The meaning panel, once there is a national policy in that respect, Nusu obetum wenya nanu eziban. On kada obetwen Bank of Ghana employment. On kada obetwen GMPC employment. So that is what it is. Look, yenuanum NDC for what promise P. What's what by 1 job 3 shifts? What's what by 24-hour economy? Look, where I've been asking myself, the NDC for the 24-hour economy Mamuke, Nasi Cheden. If it is about creating opportunity for Ankran Krejuma, creating opportunity for the private sector, then what that means is that you need to also put in place the incentives for the private sector to take advantage of. But in the electricity tariffs now so by almost 30%. They have imposed more taxes. If you compare to what the Republican software was about, it is making life unbearable for importers. Today, there is no proper incentive for agriculture. That is why okwenya odo ebro odon emu oton ne ebro na oye no bo yazine chen obi a we import ebro in Amoaba Ghana. So yanko no very simple. Why is it that you import maize all the way from Brazil? You import poultry products, akoko, chofi, prakonam oye pork import from abrochi obodu Ghana na itua tax mpo a eretona oye cheaper than nkoko a anya won wo Ghana, than a brower wedua, than a mo wedua wo Ghana no import mo na itua tax still wasn't a edua wo Ghana no boyeze. It tells you straight away that there's policy misalignment. Okay. Afenyo does not get it. 107.3. It's clear.
But in books, no, over indicators, no,
remember, if you are not spending, your duty as a government is to spend in key areas of the economy. If you are not spending and the money is there, and you are recording low inflation, your macroeconomic variables are stable, do you call them economic growth? You are satisfying IMF. Wasn't it the IMF who was supervisor? This economy is an IMF supervised economy. It is not an economy that is being managed to benefit the ordinary Ghanaian. Why? Minority for yanyi aboso kan fo kedi nkomo. Your friend and them spare parts for no. Yanyi Ghana Employers Association for is in common. Yanyi Traders Association for no. Yanyi is in common. Yanyi AGI Association of Ghana Industry. Yanyi wan katsina kukomo. There was live feed. Media funyina batsina ho. And these businessmen were bold. Ghana Union of Traders Association for they were bold. Media for waka wanansam. How I welcome AGI for so wakasai. So you see, this is a responsible minority. Say your kasa di ye jina ye won jina do. It's not that you boy yentim. Nambo mza or kodo we economy no mu no na yeka. Aben jobs we create. 107.3 create jobs bia. Rather no ihwema nkrofo na wa fon we dwumum wa sakipi nara. Thousands of Ghanaian youths have been denied their employment. They were sacked. They were dismissed. Their contract terminated without cause. Obia Yejuma 2017, 2018, 2020. Just because a baby no employee ninti. In fact, across all sectors, there is only one ministry. And the major Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Minya nyimpaze oye bia ebona abado. Yenya okujeto ablakwa. I may disagree with him on many fronts. I have serious disagreement with him on foreign policy and even the way he handled MPP issues, the extreme okre and all of that. But at least what I know, nyede, as a foreign minister, no, those who were employed before he assumed office, one terminate to be Nejuma. That I commend him for that. 107.3. But what about the other ministers? They were sacking people, center, right, left. Other agencies, many of them, merely because Nyimpano were employing during MPP time. It's wrong. So they've created huge unemployment by sacking these people. And the worst part of it, one has one promises. It's to be create a 3 shifts so that youth in Binumba Yejuma Nopa, we are what's a Numbri Crampono, we go to one more touchlight. Na is I then is our door. They said it. And the Ebazine. So you know man is for one kasa working with position you know what about being worker
leader obi wo fi obeka say den be ba ban beka sika wo hwai suspend na scanner enantina hotoba krum na abande be decide say make it pusika.
They are not creating opportunities for economic growth. That's their fear. You see, for instance, 1D1F. they came and they cancelled the policy. It was wrong. What is a policy alternative? Bison, call the trade minister and interview her and ask the respected Honorable Elizabeth Ofosu-Ajare that, minister, more alternative policy must be after you cancel 1D, 1F. Then what is their vision for the private sector? What is NDC's vision for the private sector? Able opportunities and we create juma. Rather no, businessmen are being harassed here and there. I met some people. Odibia on the golf course now. Mekono, meeting some businessmen will show us in the Yoko freeze one account. In the Yoko actual letter come on all banks. There was show one same. And then we invite to Yoko. No we be so that what saying here then they see we shares our particular company here then the Mexican. When that has nothing to do with even politics. So this is not the politicians our harass one. No. These are private businessmen. That is what Iyoko is doing. State agencies have been weaponized and they are attacking the business community in a very subtle way. So it is wrong to work hard to make money under NDC. And if they see that you are not aligned to them, that one day worse off. That is wrong. So I'm saying that they should create the opportunity for all of us. They should build the economy. They have an opportunity. 1.5 years gone, 2.5 years more. It doesn't matter whether you are going to lose an election. Build the economy, create the opportunities. 1D, 1F was basically to give incentive to the private sector. And there's evidence that many companies took advantage of the initiative and invested in Ghana and created the jobs. Kufone time, he declared golden age for business. It brought in a lot of investors. Akufo-Addo also introduced one district, one factory to create opportunities. Tax incentives, number one. What are our people doing? There's no incentive. There's no tax incentive. So how then do you say you are creating 24-hour economy when your electricity tariffs are very high? If you read the policy document, there's a clear mismatch between what they themselves have written, what was written by Mr. Guzitano. Yeah. And they later came to Parliament and said one 24-hour economy authority. No, so we'll establish authority. So is it about a bureaucratic institution? Is it about bureaucracy? Or is it about going to the people with what they need and giving them what they need? It's, open, for want of a better word, I would say NDC for feeling.
And yeah, early days.
Oh, a group of Sofianopa. Akufo-Addo kade or the free SHS baban. Immediately, what's already in all the free SHS bay.
Yeah.
Anna TVET also be free. Or start STEM education or introduce 1D, 1F. One village, one dam. Northern part of Ghana. A lot of farmers benefited from the one village, one dam. We saw expansion of infrastructure in our various schools. Codvet. Akufo-Addo invested heavily in Codvet. Road construction. Abembia and BT Akufo-Addo no record. Look, Akufo-Addo now went through crisis. COVID-19 na nkofo kan was na COVID na Russia-Ukraine war. It really made an impact on our economy. Very negative. It was not easy. But Abembi and you are perfect. In terms of Mejitum, even as a government, we made some mistakes. Mejitum, I accept it. Maybe with the benefit of hindsight, one can say that, oh, this could have been done better. And what they are celebrating, do you think that it suddenly arose? It couldn't have suddenly arisen. It couldn't have. It's not sudden. IMF reports said we went through the difficult time. Look, we have paid dearly for the domestic debt exchange program, and they are benefiting. So now they create the impression that, oh, we kept the lights on. The gold for oil program, we used that in a time and there was crisis to stabilize our economy in spite of all the challenges.
Gold reserves.
Intino yayebi yentumi ayeni nyinara edu hondo won so won yene yende yenhwe.
Right, you been wrong my mrashibjafie, but quickly answer the beko hono. Demonstration course so democracy under attack. Critics will feel back say, oh, Nasa Obia Nanti Obia and Bibia, Moya demonstration crano, Obia Hamadrin. Pillars Bena Mujina so de Case, your democracy can mammy cabino, ya chicken and dating.
Number one, in the Ghana, a MPP Yakasa was it, or what you show him, or better. Or Parliament, Minima Hawa, me MPs in be welcome. Yes, I'm able to me, I can wapado. And they are TikToker, social media. Yes, young kada sebe obinka kasa kasefi intia o mampeyin honestly obi anjin to me them. Baza ya kan da so obi ne kasai ankoye ya issue a writ of defamation against the person. Soon. May use embra na yamfa mbonu kwedu na yamfa no nkotu fiaze. Chantel Al-Hassan or the Fiazi. There's a guy who was earlier jailed, a TikToker be was friend Kwame Nkrumah the second. Do be anti because they won't attend be wa. So on ben politics one. I do be anka but I follow that story. Kwame Nkrumah the second. And as some crowd me pedam catch police for sunye there. Me someone p. Oh yeah, more on that than Crawford. Oh, he couldn't plead the guilty. Judging or the Obomu mobile. Because they, for some reason, there was a guilty plea and was jailed. Medibon. Those days now me practice no yaza police for ya pa. Especially outside Accra. You know, those police for no, CID for no. One pede wejuma no yes in one. Inti watch one wada da wanyo kokos wuni bibi. Judge no Obomu mobile. Inti wo de wo kwa kase Wajatu. I did a lot of such cases. I had to file appeal and all of that. But today, under NDC, this is what is happening. In fact, just for the records, a minority have filed private members' motion to change, to amend that law, to repeal that law, section 207 and 208 of the Criminal and Other Offences Act. You filed a amendment and the private members bill. And to say you Parliament October, you expect the union majority for no cooperate with. And na you tum na you repeal the membrane. And after paying kufo or repeal the criminal libel law no. The oyembrebia yena mpanyinfo we free there or the one wo book no. And on na union NDC for take advantage. It's only to China about the justice system itself. Chief Justice Tokonu, now it is clear. The Osanda Mamino na ebia all mo hon kwan. Ama 1 years a war ye nitina oye den. Wo yi nezin. How come the young Papa Chief Justice Sabio court convocation? Court convocation. It is for the judges and the lawyers to have rest. But you say all judges should go on vacation? Number no Sabio cases are your MPP for now. What one cotton? I'm a judges there. Won't just some. Is it to the computerized system now what they assign cases and so the essence of the computerized system no was to allow for fair trial so that computer no assign case or the courts. It was introduced under Justice Georgina Wood in the time. Successive Chief Justice Awobe was the Mazin Yejuma. In the Nwechum, intino, wa direct court asam court, so that one preferred judge, you know, with asam na one judgment I watch it. It's only to enchant the tribunal system, the Choboy court system. Although once a chairman of the tribunal, although a lawyer, but there's no requirement for him to have the training to be a proper judge. And then lay persons. Look, it is a disaster. Complete disaster. Then again, Dami Iyoko, Dami bail bond, honors bail conditions. And cover property 50 million, cover property 30 million, 100 million. On ye, share yenya Kwabna Edubuahin. He's a young man. He has committed over 20 years of his adult life serving this country as an intelligence officer. In Yadayado, they keep wake to protect us. He doesn't deserve what he's going through. National security in someone can wapado. So how national security for operate to keep the peace, to protect us? If Antase Nasa awo ipede jina na security for one expenditure do not bokwe no, there will be no national security. The way the young man is being mistreated on in a year, yenya no NDC for unjay on yet. Now let's talk about Wontumi. In him there all along, no Wontumi case no. Mete na mensha dan tase papa. All along the impression created, ni there Wontumi waka ya galamse. That's the impression. Onwa Ghana fupi na was all Wontumi ya galamse. Obi mo bia mo onyima nyina. Markin judgment in 3 times. Open in him there even the charges no. They didn't charge him there. Why ya galamse? So onye galamse into na Wontumi or the prison no. Mate mahwe honorable Asedun Katia NDC chairman mahwe ni video okro Kumasi okoye interview na all year propaganda there MPP fo e ba ze yezi Wontumi n'echiri na obi a waka ya galamse wa say nsu wa say we twetwe ye ndua wa me reho me say NDC fo mu wotimi yezen so what say wa dan obi si maka kade bibi nso asam no me kaka hwe na nyimpa no rusu all kan ya odi nyankopon ni dimpo abem and this for so benyin wo twa asam ato da wo baka ni na way a obi abejezi. That's what they've done to Wontumi. Mama ni due Wontumi mama ni due na nyankopon no tumo so nton kana komantu ni e mo ndwendwe ni pi na yer namba na busua mama won shazen mishkade wonya akukudur na won bompai na nyankopon okasa mayen.
Right, leader Obeka say
na me tre galamse asem no.
Right.
When I read the judgment, now judge what show the son of Wontumi nanka so one mining lease. Son ombum brebiado na sama wodi yenjan nkrofo bi kotu gold wo Wontumi na asase do. Na nwe kotu gold one for kwempapa di bien kotu gold. Into no odi forward amazing. Ebe dem na mbra wakan na. Into the mining companies pi a wagane doesn't mean there obi koye galamse wo obi no concession do.
You bet you why your concession no.
Come on. Mbra no we si ni trazi. Wait in Brani Chazi. So, and they say 20 years, Uncle jail. All they wanted to do, perhaps, was to punish Wontumi for something else he has done. And all of us know why Wontumi is being punished. Obi any Morgana. But only they end them. Only they end them. You see? Ochina wo they be America the massem you. And the reason why to me a bold make the massem because MPP are bredono. And they may be now me free door yes system against NDC phone. Meka wasam.
Right, I want to come and say MPP are too lenient. And who of course. I thought I be na NDC for Assemba or one case you don't family kwan so bu okra ulidi a patrol.
Oh yes, it is true because me feel there. Me feel there. Kememi kebi. Only there in your politicians no. Yes, the damage ni ye nusu onboa. And I've not changed my position. But I'm worried because Ebia or China, the way they are going, you know, they will make it difficult for me to even attempt.
So be patrol.
Mabaka dem yenjay. Mbojo, Ebia and America sa won basrom. Obaga men fi Afenyo Markin on me akrampo no obetum wajibia munam. Ebia. Oh my mind today. But I'm saying that the cycle must end somewhere. I won't sit here and say under Akufo-Addo it was perfect. I won't say that a political attack, this is the first time. I won't say that. It would be hypocritical on my part to say that. But I'm also saying that even if it did, let's end it. Make it better and change the way we go about things. I am not saying that don't ensure accountability. Don't demand accountability. I haven't said. But demand accountability with a human face. Let justice be seen. That there is justice. Let people see justice at play. Why did they arrest Miracle Abuaji at the airport? Why are they misleading people that Miracle Abuaji were 30 million, 40 million one account? Why are they doing that? Why are they tarnishing the young man's image? And unfortunately, sometimes I and MPP we fall into their trap. We sometimes even believe it. Sometimes, yes. They set the agenda. Now what could be? Now what information be a man? Now what's Charlie? Akwana semne nye kra obwa propaganda. So people living around you in your close circle, ebia wonyi mu ye ni may believe that ampa ekedibon. And yet them not it. Yet them not it. No. So they have mastered the propaganda. And then you go social media no so wo be me pedam kan fanti ehun ko social media comment na eyan commenting ya na oye nyimpo ho negative comment no what the only na AI artificial intelligence them machine we create farm no what them NDC for no one we ho if you the comment e bi anche my Bawu platform then they target me. So they unleash them. Into no be obeto obekado. Afenyo Markin krano or kasano social media and crofum pe. No. Yeni na no ye nyimpa machine. Or your technology. What the drive opinion? What? And this is one what the win aban propaganda no. Propaganda akohwe samno into what twasam kroto oda e wona da no mama mi bi na wokoso yi no o za fanya ma obwa ibi zane there ibi no obwa mama obwa it's a game but are you careful you fall into their trap into bon there e wona yakọ demonstration a very successful demonstration peaceful. Then we stage the madden. It was stager. I want you careful. You hold it. Thank you. Instead of all MPP people doing hashtag democracy and attack, now we throw agenda no. We throw agenda now. Then once you join that conversation, so you realize that I didn't rush to any studio to respond to anybody.
Yeah.
I told people that, hey, be smart, MPP, be smart. Don't waste your time. If radio don't know what I'm talking about, don't answer. Stay on course. Democracy and attack. That's the message.
Right. Leader, 1 minute per fact me any deal me basis here.
For leadership to present a petition to the president, drawing his attention to some excesses. The youth are being arrested and jailed just for speaking truth to power. The chief of staff or the deputy or a very senior member of government under the circumstances and to lead it. We feel that with great respect to you and without prejudice to your presence, to nominate only you to come amount to disrespecting us as a political party. I'm the leader of the party in parliament. You have the general secretary of the party here. You have the chief of staff of the flag bearer. We have the chairman of the constitutional affairs committee of the party. Members of parliament and the leadership of parliament are all here. But to disrespect our democracy by only nominating you to come, like I said, with great deference to you.
Right, leader, the entire me board tape anyway, and he said demonstration look also come out. But more present petition, you know, kakra bi ese ho no, and my message no yira.
What I'm saying is that in this era, the politics are you me. You have to know how to sustain your own message. Because I've done some training on social media, that is why me approaching it different. I've gone through some training. For instance, let me just give an example for the benefit of MPP4. Somebody may say something on social media. The thing may just have 2 likes and 1 share. The thing has not gone anywhere, but it will die a natural death. As soon as you go and pay attention to it, in the name of you want to tell your friend, for instance, then I forward it to somebody else. Then the close circles are all sharing. Then you are making the thing go viral.
Yeah.
So I always tell people that if you go and see anybody writing, saying something about, don't share it with me. Don't even read it.
Don't waste time on that, you know.
Yes, because it's a trap. About on Saturday, for instance, I was hard on one senior member. For the first time, the senior member no, on send him WhatsApp message down. No one or send obi na sembi di bram. Na my friend, I say open. Inti MPP for your parliament. All the good things we've been doing, you don't share. You have not even forwarded a single debater. Yeah, it's been impactful to me though, leader. Well done.
Yeah.
Why are you forwarding NDC in Assam and work out for me and 7 a.m.? You are forwarding it to me. Or say, your leader, I wanted you to know. I mean, no. Know what? Please delete it from your end. In fact, I felt bad what I did, but I had to do it. I also had a good friend, my bosom friend be for many years. Every now and then, no, I forward it. Obina sama watch or no, also or send them. One day, me titi menu on message, bro. You know what? from today, even if you hear people going to kill me, don't tell me. Enough of this. Wejay. You see, social media operate in a funny way. I had a gossip kokonsa platform.
Yeah.
If you don't stay focused with your message will get lost. And those who know how social media operate are deliberate about it. Those who know how social media operates are very deliberate about social media. So they have a way they throw something in. Knowing that people like to gossip, then they know though was the mazi divert attention. So somebody can say that, oh, bottom assembly abapa worker. Then will be say, oh, this person, he's saying this because he's jealous of me. Then people will become inquisitive. Oh, Dama, why is he jealous? Then they are rather sharing.
Side jealousy.
Bonde, ebia weko wiazo. Azina weko wiano is rather lost. Now, the person who is writing that obi a jealous, will now engage others that Charlie, this agenda, so share. Did you get it? Until you must be smart. If you are a social media communicator, if you are a politician in this era, you must always remember your own message. What is your message? So MPP for Yako demonstration. What is our message? We say democracy is under attack. So even it's 1 week, not say even if 10,000 MPP for have that as their hashtag.
No share.
No share. No watch on one page. Equal Ghana, the Yiba Ghana trending issue, democracy under attack. The government will sit up. Now let me even come to young flag bearer, Dr. Bawumia. How many people post Dr. Bawumia? Yes, sir. We post birthday party, NDP. Yeah, church, we are the maybe that to do a status. We want to sell Dr. Bawumia. We want the youth. A lot of the youth did not vote. A lot of the youth politics they are too busy. They don't know about governance. It is his image. We have the benefit of early primaries. NDC for any candidate yet. So one thing that as a party we can do now is to project the image of our flag bearer in such a manner there by 2028, now that is the household name and face. Obianim there, papaya na yenyim dedo. But how many of us are doing that? We don't get it. How many of us are doing that? Close circle friends, are they doing that? MPs, are we doing that? Former MPs, are we doing that? Party communicators, are we doing that? Constituency officers, are we doing that? Regional officers. The party machinery, Obia was social media. Are we posting the flag bearer? Because it's post as important as the flag bearer. It is Dr. Bawumia and nothing else. Are we marketing him? Are we selling him? Which image are we creating for Dr. Bawumia? He's an affable, peace-loving, conciliatory, a patient man, a good listener. What are we saying about him? So, you're sure the NDC for any war candidate, and now we'll be struggling to market. No. The time to project him is now. And we have to be deliberate about it rather than wasting time on NDC for one asama working and whatever what they do. Because as for them, they are in government. Their job is to make the life difficult for you.
Yeah.
Their national security apparatus is there. They have government communication bureau. I know. So as a minority leader, but we know how they strategize and go about it. Say, yen demoya yakuri. Damaskamishes bina motin. It was a deliberate ploy to kill the demo. It was not accidental. No, it was not by accident. It was planned. They sat down. What she said there, look, go after Afenyo Markin. Do this. Present it. No, what's another person. No, so what Chandeza onka. No, so onka them. one say frama and as a political communicator who has gone through this thing kakrano mihu the dam no orko sometimes obi akọ TikTok wa hye wa horoba don't even mind the person nyimpa no akaka we he can share but that can remain within the circle of nanu nkrofo no na onkro baby a mboya masa if for instance NDC for cook agenda about me Afenyo Markin now they start sharing among themselves it is nothing it will gain your friend and momentum it will gain traction if it gets into MPP circles or those who are apolitical and it is also shared. Then I don't know we gain traction. And then they use the fake news. Where Awobe creates fake news, you know, now was account. So on no or target the vulnerable. And then the Obia ko TikTok. Obia ko TikTok. There's a way they target. You know, Obia ibia a particular site be yeah. Bonde algorithms no obe lead you to ishakura bondo otuatu dama. So we as a party no, we need to educate our people. Party for no either who daminze me there e kat there ihu there who paying be NDC imbi ashana hoba. Don't even comment, don't even waste your time. Chomnako oya agenda akọ to the whole watch bibia for Dr. Bawumia no nyama na wo soro ka share we nyaw. You can respond to it in a different way by raising your own issue. So just look at it, then prepare your message, and which would counter it in a different way. Sometimes you don't even make it direct, because making it direct will mean tracing the source. Yeah. Then you are getting the source to go viral. I hope you are getting the point. You sure?
Yeah.
It's on bois. So sometimes the timing in responding is also critical, because sometimes I don't know why what the test abutara whether you be emotional and then you panic and go giddy. No. Intino MPP for yansha
right,
because power no baba ofi ankasa.
Right. Nansen time you one here to say your target MPs be ya bechichiro mo. No mu bubodin. Meaning more pick intelligence be if hina a shake you.
Oh, opinion. If all they want to do is to be arresting MPs, we are waiting for them. There's no problem. We are waiting. What I know is that they've been threatening some of my MPs. Sometimes it's been me a contribution. Then they will get BNI or to call them. They will on reports. I mean, I've solved a lot of these problems. I don't want to go specifics, but
undisturbed.
Oh, obviously, some people are disturbed. I mean, or the same level of akukudura obiwo. Yeah. Obiwo wa bibi damohol. Especially in Yeshwe and Obandama Nimpano on Casa or Parliament in Pono, Bondo Yoyezen. Into Bonda deny one way. They be the same set of people in the Wakasa, But, I tell people that you're a politician now, you must sack yourself for everything. You must sack yourself for everything. But what I want to tell you, NDC, they should help our president to leave a legacy. They should not waste the 2.5 years ahead of their own government with all these arrests. Because when you're careful, they would rather destroy the image of the president. Because I believe he came back to leave a legacy. So they should help him to leave a legacy. And this arrest, it won't help them. I mean, that's what I'll tell them.
Right. New sheriff in town. And this is what they say changes about. Honorable Agaga James, I no majority leader no, a master stroke. I beha edum kumano. Changes no who is saying.
Well, I can't comment on one strategy, but I'm saying that agruni form usua onyoko usua onyoko agruni form they are in government, so they have a lot of space, you know. From what I heard earlier, na Honorable Ayerga nenyu anshada anje majority leader junumano na opedo ye minister ano yetin da do mami bi say eh me nua mate de epede gwanjam na eke ye minister.
So that too much.
Oh no, I wouldn't want to go that route. I mean, obiana mope me, for instance, yaba parliament 2013 election petition. There were few meetings, then painful be said, hey, namo I watch it a post now, you know. Now the expectation was that we were going to win the court case. Some elders were shocked when I said, well, me minister, me peda me ignore parliament. Okay? Yaba power. Of course, first term, many opportunity to serve in any leadership capacity. But I still did my work. When eventually President Akufo-Addo Kado Oyem, majority leader, and the party took the decision, I had to go to him and say, oh, I'm a majority leader without ministerial appointment to it. Because, you know, my attitude towards that portfolio, no, on there, mean a certain level of experience be with parliament. No, I'm boom and son amazing minister. It's my personal view.
Okay.
I'm very conservative when it comes to that because I see ministerial portfolio not as a hobby portfolio, but a very weighty responsibility. You need to enter the ministry with a certain level of weight. That's my personal view. So at any point, if MPP were BAME, now I want to go forward, the one year minister, I want to get into that particular ministry where certain weight be.
Okay.
That's my personal view. So, sir, I'm paying young flag bearer, Oba, power, Ochina, na Obisam, there, oh, leader, I want you to be a minister. It will be difficult for me to say there, say, I want to be a minister. It will be difficult to say that, yes, sir, I want to be a minister. Okay. I'm saying it will be difficult because I want to work in parliament. 107.3. I want to work in parliament. I love parliamentary advocacy. I love the parliament work. I believe that the parliamentary democracy needs a certain level of enrichment. It shouldn't be seen as a second-class political work. Work in parliament must be taken serious. You make laws. You influence policy. Parliament is the face of democracy. So at any point, you know, it should have some men of substance who have the experience. So I love parliament. But obi so pede obey a minister or so biana nitimasam nadwen.
Right. Leader Fachame, see as opportunity abana NPP so mu hia. Dr. Rajab Bawumia settle on you.
I beg you, please. Stop it. Mpocho. Mpocho. I beg you.
Nana Mate.
Mpocho. Party ni mpanyinfo Napo. Oye papa no running mate. Please. Don't lead me into that temptation. I'm not one of those overly ambitious people. Please.
Right.
I don't know why you said that, but I'm very serious on this. There are senior members in the party.
Okay.
I don't want this thing. Wankasa enam wonu obi hwehwe opasama modedo mpocho. Anopezo obi kofa asama mpocho. Ma yensum obebia yeresum na yembo popan no fu na egua.
Okay.
mpocho atmasa yamma onso on fu negwa mon baba nde na yi awo super de bi de minyo obi enya aprapre mpocho nwa wo pre running mate no count me out.
Right. Man, I support me leader.
No. It matters. Oh, it's okay. But social media.
Okay.
So let me be very clear. One hour pre running mate no. Emi kwamena menka ubi. So be repera minim but menka ubi. 7.3. Yerusumo parliament. Party in painful. Party in painful. Men painful. Na ahinzi ne duondo no. One fu wegwa yempia won na wonye hwan adwuma won pe wa brebom ma yenye adwuma no wo parliament na party mpanyimfo wom nti emi running mate asem na won awo menka wo bi mpocho na obi anka fam ho adwen bi na party odubi anu mu yehu mpocho bi
fa cheveli da
me da sipi
August 4 ewo MPP mu who won faso na who won faso de ntia no who won faso.
Well, yenim painful we share was sort and our form the nationalist movement United Gold Coast Convention UGCC, and that laid the foundation for what we have today. It is true that Nkrumah Bay but for me CPP, and that eventually won the elections and became the first government. But that does not take away the fact that MPP and painful were forming the nationalist movement and laid that foundation. And we celebrate them for that work they did. In Yanwana, in Cheyenyuho, if UGCC, Aba United Party, Aba Progress Party, then there was a split, PFP and UNC. Then Yankopon Adom 92 mpanyimfo ni nyina asem bom yebo form MPP. Until 4th August it has its significance yantutu nfum o hian because the dano na mpanyimfo waka de bronyi na membun or de yesu yaji ye fawuzi na yankasa yenya yan ebibifo yana membu nti oye azibia ehunhia mayan MPP for because there's a K in painful.
Right, only mum idea quickly you bench house is here. Crop of leaders by na MPP here going to 2020 general elections. Regional because some day now move to national.
Collective spirit. Leaders with collective spirit. I said initially that we need to kill that individual competition spirit in us. You see, the world has moved from the era of individualism, teamwork, family. We don't love one another enough. We need leaders who love. I used to move my car one morning and drive to my colleague's house, go and visit, talk about family, talk about the party. Or they ya do yan more. Or they ya zi enyizima yan more. Or they ya dwen party no ne ideology more. So be yan fomodo a or they ya tum ya fa nyansa kwen bidu na ya ka kiran ma yan to ne nchen. One person was some party pa odubia nkrofo wo bonizin ya yewa oyo me ye onyinapo. Emi asam baby order no meziboto Matthew Poku Pempe. I saw his works. When I came to Parliament, I saw him. When we introduced free SHS, I saw him in action at the Ministry of Education. He may not be perfect, but he has served this party. Sometimes we damage him. It's not fair. Where we find weaknesses in him, we should approach him and help him to correct himself. Share abrebo no easy o. To where you may have a weakness, but you may not know. Oh yes, Gabi in any station, Nayati. Gabi, Papa, why am Unkrofo? He is not perfect. But when you be bonitin, forgetting about even the good things that he's done for the party. I want us to celebrate one another and learn to forgive one another. Obina sama ba wo party ni mu a yenwu kona yeba foda yeba dunduja na wonso wonyi nyimpa. Sometimes you say you do. We forget about the good things people do for the party, so we throw them under the bus. Obina Samaba was let's throw him under the bus. We don't have to do that. So if you want to ask for the new crop of leaders, and now MPP for your party oko power 2028, the me is see in say yando yanwa yentum mfadwen or dey yakwase ma party self-sacrifice and above all mpabo politics or you politics and mpabo nyim nkunyimzi nyim or yesunsum asem ekọ akagina the want to abamo say esura mfa mo a runtum nya esura mfa mo wa runtum nya nto ya yem bi se raze yen ni zinkita ho nkofo na wo bompe ma party de bia ye koye ba we are so selfish in our prayers. Do we even pray for our party? We don't. We all pray for ourselves. No. Do we pray for the party? Oh yes, masem. You want Dr. Bawumia to win. Do you pray for Dr. Bawumia? Do you ask God to open doors for this party? To let his light shine upon this party? Do you ask God to grant this party his grace and favor? Do we say that just one phrase, just 1 minute of prayer? Do we pray for the party? Ya committee mpa, ya bompe mpa na ya mbodi ye. Onye nyuado aze. Oyam paibo. So as a party, we should pray for the party. Ye nyina members no. Anopa ye wo morning devotion no. Na kai. Eko mosque. E du utiri bofoma. Na kai. Party ebise raze. The ikuna a woman. Onfeni inshira. Na ododo mpaibo ehun. Ododo mpaibo. Ozi nkunyimzi nam. Misi dubio ododo mpaibo. Ozi nkunyimzi na ozi nam. You know, oyobia no sunsum. Yet enemy, ehun ti na Jesus can no. Also when 2 or 3 gather in his name, ehun, he's there. In other words, if ododo all your energies are coming together for a cause, there's a greater impact. Greater impact be all. Ntino wa woye wana wonyim from some, you know, masters no bon pass wo fra bibi selfless prayer e bon pa no mboma was a sram binum. It will come back. Was give and it shall be given unto you. And when the Jesus didn't send me pino ya bebu.
Yeah.
Jesus didn't send pino ya bebu. Also give and it shall be given unto you. Into bompa from a binum. Obi wa nan say a dende abuba ni timi asum. Obi always ka won ebusue mpo. Namba nkote na oka hon. Dey bi. Ebe hwa na echi eyer na echi o na dampemi. Na ohun na achiwe. Nti no yetu ya mfu nyina yenka ye party won Bible. We should pray for the party. The battle is the Lord. I remember back in the days, Cynthia Morrison, she had a group. Na anefebia na wo na Akufo-Addo ni fie wo bompe. That group. Those days your opposition no, odu baby no. Mbesiafo wo politics mo ye pa o.
Yeah.
Mbesiafo wo so party ni mu a. Na was one paibo wo bo mpaibo wo bompa inye kunafo na wo bompa wo ridimon. Ho NDC fuma wo ye nyina bonda wato fum. Oya mpaibo bonda sure boy na chi Bawumia. Nti yembompa.
Martin leader, you better say but
you
mumpae.
Yemfa me hona.
MPP.
Na ye hona.
A leader.
Ye leader no
Dr. Laji Mahmoud Bawumia.
That's it. And stop individual what? Hey, you were not here.
Empire.
No, and stop individual competition.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, who you from? Not there.
Fetch him, leader.
Hey, we should stop individual competition.
Okay.
It won't help us. Let's be collective. Obini weakness, no, go approach the person and correct him.
And you need to walk to a gumsa.
Yeah, that won't put a comedian obi to former. Obey our 10. No, all we have that was weakness. Don't know why politics as you see, as our NDC for what the Chinese, they are able to come together easily. They are able to get collective easily. Until you may see them to having problems. Parliament are way. I see a lot of problems amongst them in the majority. I see it. So maybe I'm but what bodon pepe they all come together as if there's no problem. MPP fa nchebe mo bi ehu. Ombempo nyimpa na omba whip nimpa. That is our weakness. So we need to work on this so that the individual talent that we have would have that collective power, no impact. And that impact is what will bring us power. I rest my case. Thank you.
Right, leader, you better ask for your time. Yeah, that's a pa. OPK se menchiao. Protozo aso se menchiao. Almost so munyo mutio. And now can you so mutio.
OP Obono Mazempa Protos was a very hard working MP. Very hard working MP. 1 billion cities of this 2028 elections. Ayen yenyinyim zibi wo gold ball for one transactions that wire one kasa one office. Na yenyim there sana e ka obi mporiba because say it to gold na aton gold a Mboka is in Fasuna Ezeba. Oh yeah, I am a for one reporter. A bang in your copy. I am a for actual there by as of December 2025. No losses no was in excess of 9 billion cedis. Onye mi na ma bomitim no bi abesha mahoroba. Onyemi ibio ayen minority ye raise the mensami. There was an emergency joint board meeting between Gold Board and Bank of Ghana. Immediately we raised this matter in January. And as a result of that joint board meeting, you fees now not over 15%. No. They themselves reduce it to 9%. So the question is that if I am minority for no yeah unkontompo bi na yecha or yakorisem na yecha ibazinti na fees no from the original 15% na IMF query no was about 9%, then further reduce it to 5%. And subsequently governor no and will be the nti onya kokudruka there and one Bank of Ghana watch one way fee gold board ayi diamond finance no ho minia Ghana hanehu odubi ayempe no kwa diamond losses it can build schools, it can complete the agenda 111 and over, it can construct more roads, and Ghana will not need to borrow. If the cost of implementing an economic policy is overwhelming, it's far in excess of one Kasawo budget, you have to review it. Se bibinya Ghana fo or the boyan minority fo ya bado. Yen yanum NDC fo no or the boyan abado. That true yan advocacy no. Nzama bi anche obo prone ebia wo sesi ni baby. Nti onye ten now mama bro. Na gold board the phone wasam ni den mpocho. Have they soon forgotten that when they were in opposition, they were so loud? Why? Yama Mrs. Liadapa, was she ever given the opportunity to be heard? Or no? Would say na was BBI politics? Cecilia Dapa?
Yeah.
Or your mamia wa bobra? That woman wa bobra. And so politics inti nyimpa de senyi oguna nyima ase wo kroma and the nyimpa eka gold board asem I say hey mo wonbodizi. When he had the opportunity, he didn't spare any of these people. But that's not what we are doing. He goes on attacking personality, even in government today, enjoying a sikakoko no. Still no, the arrogance of power, washahuba numpono unjai. All right. And then yambra yamami Chief Justice yamami toko no baby a wobi ami cheo. Mami no okro conference was Zambia or Tanzania. Ne pedia ma was a man no. Obe no was there one retire the me impressing ye. What was the amount involved? $4,000. Ye gold board in ye or Katina Joy FM share pa. Os wonyin ezi show obi a wa bone bra. Wa be ye lawyer, wa be ye judge, high court, commercial court, wa court of appeal, wa be the Supreme Court. Na wa bona bado, wa be ye Chief Justice. We yin ezi yayayo. Otifie. When you entitlement. In fact, I wrote some woman there. Na the police officer Odanwa Bono Ben about 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, Onumponu were withdrawn. The police officer has been withdrawn. You know, there are some people in this country when you be a what zinewu now so one is it a scientific and what's or koto de no budget. Inti yenuanom na wa shase wo sha horoba emi kwame menyimi nuanom minority fo yeremfa ahorobehye in politics and I won't reply. Hey, we botu wako social media wako high nkrofo won ko chocho nsam tromo
but yan how
oh ame men kanumpo ame manyankofo mpo se kan hu bibi bone famo na edisene mama. I will text you and say don't ever do that again because those are all distractions. Why? JH Mensah, go and read graphic of 1999. I've forgotten the date. That was library. Front page, banner. JH Waboda Mensah. JH Mensah. At 99. I was a young student. UCC. McCraw UCC library.
Okay.
I still remember graphical front page banner. JH Waboda Mensah. It was a certain NDC Penyinbi. No JH Mensah Robadam. And it was on graphic front page. Ne JH Mensah says, Ojitum, ojichum do ye JH maboda mensa mekay the masaman nti yempanyimfo na wodi ye nanyim no nwanya na trotro ka awuru bazi wo hye wo bi JH mensa nizi na Markin as a minority leader he went through a lot but he didn't give up. Me amembu I am yosam na me my conscience is very clear. Issue no, if I'm not sure, I won't raise it. And as it be obabano, look, minority for your research team. Yan so kekene yan kaya asem yan de na say your policy coordinating committee headed by Kojo Oponkroma, they are putting out issues. Inya da ye so keke na ye kasa. Mbojat masa. We are elevating the politics so that Ghana for oh, look, it will position on each other. You hold on to straw. Assembly America. That's not our style. You know, we want to go down in history there. Minority, we were most responsible in terms of advocacy, engagement on national issues. It's so nkasha roba. Yadam ne yete. Bibia yazeba outer. Yankasa ye research. Look, MPP. Sometimes I wish that people know when we meet and we discussing issues, the debate okodo. Obia chana don't do this, do this. They be a yinya dam not. That is MPP. Odibia yangaza no, ye communication no, na odibia na kwachoka krana, yenu anu ya wudi nyahen. But nka, if we get the communication strategy no right, there's no way party be able to be beaten in an election. But we'll leave that for another day. What I'm saying there, gold board is all called one. APRO is bad. Now they are saying that they are going to get themselves involved in forex trading. Why? Do they have the license to do forex auctioning, forex, writing to the commercial banks? Is that their responsibility? Do they have a license to do that? Look, one thing, and Zaman Koye Galamsey has gotten out of hand. Gold board won't go that what if you want more? Small scale miners. Is there a policy by gold board to distinguish between regularly mined gold and Galamsey gold? In your gold board, a penny no order no okojina a river be in Chenoya press conference. Okache Ghana fu nyina there won't share the color of the river. Ana nyono ye. Mpocho.
On one eh.
Inti send na ma babem na Nyankopon de dem egwana mowa. Look, if they embark on reform, I will be the first to support. If the things we tell them and they listen, the gold for reserve policy or Juma, we would come out and commend them. But when we raise issues and we are subjected to attack using certain, pedestrian language on us, thinking that we will also condescend, which we will not. Thinking that we would also reply that no, we will not do that as minority. Let them attack. Let them say what they want to say. But no koro on a yakano. You see, sometimes somebody may say IMF losses our Bank of Ghana was in him. Our Bank of Ghana was in him. Really? But if a transaction no lead to the losses. How can you tell me the gold board made profit? Profit from what? You have a profit. A profit in your base. How can you tell me the nyamfaso? When you are offloading the losses to another entity, then you want to call it another name. Then you present another books and say, oh, you have made profit. Let go and hire somebody on social media to insult us, or hire people to go and write using unprintable words on us. Go and get somebody on a foreign land to begin an attack. It doesn't work on me. It won't work on any of us. Emi so be at damia aroba means echi. But the truth would always stand. Yesha no waso zayeka nunyim. So now the question that I want to ask, even NDC far, one pede wohu no kwarenye there. How come that the fees at 15%
reduce it to 9?
They reduce it to 9, and they further reduce it to 5, and now BOG says that it has washed its hands off completely. Doesn't that alone vindicate the minority, the so-called ignorant minority? If the minority was that ignorant, why was there an emergency board meeting between Gold Board and BO Bank of Ghana when we raised a red flag? Why is BOG answering to the queries of IMF? Yenya ye pe omani ye. Misi dubio omani ye pe ni ye. Intinu yenu anum ni bi wa wonya abotar. Na ikroyi yenyi na yenyu hotim. Yenyu politics awo ye back in opposition. Hwe ne na answer MPP for your demonstration ni. Yen leaders no nyimpa krumpo ambo President Mahamanizin. Yan shikasa intien. MPP penyin biara ankasa intien. It was a civilized approach, raising the issues to express our dissent on governance issues. We stayed on course. But these same people use a certain spin. Na de bia no peda wadanda won. MPP bi anka sharoba. We had a peaceful demonstration, and you bring some bo cabo na bado. A demonstration no yemu binum na ye wodem. Na wo for ho adwen. Nkofu pi na wa kometri there, it may not yield the desired results. But Cabo or Che ni leadership. Sabio nyimpa zo ya aza na abona bado. MPP for the mazo ya yenyime ye. We are quick to criticize ourselves, but we are not quick to honor the industry of our colleagues. Inti mebo Cabo na bado.
Okay.
Mebo Nanabi na bado. And all others who worked behind the scene, who supported with their ideas. Yen papa, me papa, because me kada me papa, or Safata, da me kada me papa. Frank Davis, Chairman Constitutional and Legal Affairs Committee. He showed leadership from beginning to the end. Otimisem, Honorana yan yo, onya accident some 2 years ago, only fully. But opinion Frank Davis, lawyer Frank Davis, ni penyin medui, or nantui from beginning to the end. Former majority leader, Honorable Chairman Sabunsu, our a young flag bearer in office. Odim Shanin Fe, okay, 70. Odim Tintin, ya de chasse. One stop, oh baby, oh, do baby say, hey, leader. Sana one was in them. Inti, amazing. In your NDC for one as a warrior, and I'm a pede. You waste your time on no. As some corner de biamaka, Mr. MPP for one hard work. 107.3 unity. If you combine unity and hard work, so unity plus hard work equal to victory. If we are able to drop individual competition as a party, compete, collective spirit, strength. obi ye mistake afran wo kokom menua hanan koye yentenan obi ye dwuma abona abado ahye no nkran a complimenting then yenyina we apply our shoulders to what the wheel na ye push ko ibon mo besi 2028 nkunyimzin oboto boko bonda Dr. Bawumia yazne segodo bonda osun frankan ori him. That's all we need.
Yanhwe honorable Rikopoku barely 2 years ni ana yeto abade ma NDC aban. Your fair assessment about agri sector. It is any the minister.
Never me no. My observation no. In fact, since I fee ministry no, me 2 ministry holder.
Okay.
That is my style because
you
understand? Yeah, pamu are not copy baby then you give whoever is there no the leeway no so their energy. But 2 my observe. 1, Minua Rikupuku together with maybe the NDC government, you can't food crop production. Oma you lucky papa because last year the rainfall pattern was good. This year it has been very good. And so I notice here every year biano from April bayana come but this year from April bayana I'm so everywhere body uba kwa gubrishi body ho anka body ran term from March body na body ira beko jomna ne body ndinde adia omu entumi an tackle ama enye yi tomatoes.
Okay.
Oh, because now you blueprint be our ministry and I always say what I could do na we in America.
Yeah.
The PFJ one no no a successful
planting for
food and jobs. The first one that Dr. Usefuya Kutu implement here. No. But second, the PFJ phase 2 no, everybody knows okay. A few will be a review that document. No, na you say you be nim more. It is the PFJ 2.0 painstaking consultations near there. Dr. Brechampo any team no. Mrs. That document, I always say it. Say that me send you be. Now when you read through the document, now in faces say Ghana and by 2028, a lot about 10 crops. Now you are self-sufficient in production.
Young
crabby now in some of them crampono a biba broso crab matches a year sporty. 10 crops and a poultry account. See Ubisa Kuwankatina made baby sees our poultry no so. It is a Usha yes a country bia so person who in any I say we are Usha we study region bia and your paper and your free be per capita consumption. It is a bra individual bia the OD a day no. Ye kakabo money of per capita consumption of any crop. Unye who say now bet you multiply no we say ube here ekabe say 100 na what me dua adia bra e betimi aso Ghana population na ye wono so because when you per capita consumption no enti yesa engagement with major stakeholders CSR scientific institutions ni nyina and you develop sa major document in friend of PFJ chapter 2 no enti senka enye abansesane insenhuna ya esia anka by this time no a lot of the crops say adia enwani ya krapa ye assessment no tomatoes onions and pepper for the vegetables and there was a bro do some certain times be ya na a bro ehwa kwatwe pa na poultry farmers no ebre enti ye fa cereals no bro emo say emo na your capacity can etimi yasa 2023 na say about close to 50% your consumption Ghana na no 50% pa na etimi dua had ya kan nyina na ye kra as we say, 2022 me call Vietnam.
Okay.
You could share the way we rice in there. Now, Vietnam Farmers Cooperative B. That year 2022 no, exported emo eba Ghana $200 million. Yes, Vietnam more eba Ghana in the year 2022 was $200 million. Now, because I looked at the farmers. Who said also almost as no nya any biao and popone a valleys near there, but omutimi emo poposo. I'm omutimicha edibibre. Wabra had no more say boo baby obetime more baby provided say we need technology now the be emono. See by the ideas but say no say emo by 2028 Ghana is self-sufficient in rice production. When you have say situation need to say. Then the tomatoes near there no. And yes, Asibiana tomato do ye. Inti Ghana ye tomato enclaves. Oko the Navrongo area so no. Oko maybe ana that nanka yesi dam bi no.
Akomadan.
No, upper east Polugu. Yeah, Polugu. Omo nice the way we pronounce no. Polugu area hono ebi ho oba the middle belt Akomadan. Ene Chobodom area so no. Enclave bi ho no ma udia tomatoes ye pa. Then you come to Afram place. Certain areas be within the and Afram place in na but certain areas be mapping our you know it's a high soil way good for tomatoes. Then the coastline ada area na Kosuga Kope mo there and some part in the Volta region also would it identify all these areas in that document. And you say tomatoes a pensio p. And see certain areas be able to make tomato all year round. No? Apart from the irrigation sites in the north. You see, no, you provision say boreholes. You better drill boreholes. Now yet me the tomatoes twice a year or 3 times in a year for those areas. You know, everything documented. And see what born cry no. Oba ya share documents. Now we say I dey we say be because technocrats na e wo na no man na ye sa adwuma no. Enti na me nwa pa say ai minia erekupoku minim so e sharp pa na offer document no Oma Anfa implementing because now at the end was 2024, 25, 26, 27, 28. A 5 years program. And see, what you fa na tunu dimbia. So, but follow a year because a bicycle and you did this edgeman. It is what me I side say, na say, call anymore, you achieve the target. Now, 1 year, and as I say, so would ya sheda ko ejom na kubisa tomatoes boy di rough beka ofolo sad ya kan ya na we say we beye we mu nyina no once you have identified the area na you do ye no the soils and everything na fe wa hwe seeds a wodi bedua so ye ne research institutions so University of Ghana and CSIR adi nkoma so all they need so the momu resources no na omo fam produce the required seeds no ema na farmers no na omundua wa drill boreholes na wie mo lay pipes ama wo mu ni ade anka sa tomatoes coming cap by this time pa no anka gradually no because you were 2026 2027 2028 nanka ye twam the importation of sa anima we by anye so the media have me pa ye the poultry sector of the PFJ2 na yeah nanka o say brohine konso ya oti animu enye obia no betimi atena akire wono mo aye adwuma ya wo ye yo no obia ne adwuma it Ghana hire with different farmers for different crops so poultry farm no so a bit of a specialized area etimi enya mo say ogofo no kokọ kakra na omunyini ye no omuku o ma de awie yo because anya na adwuma na wo ye poultry obi a wayɛ poultry de bia no onim sɛ nkokɔ no day old chicks wo de ba ɛwɔ the way a wo handle wo mu odi 2 weeks ɛwɔ the way a wo handle no ne ade na me ko boaten me hyɛ me kura so brɛ me nkokɔ 6 me de na afi na me kɔ hyɛ nti bia therefore bewu na ka tutu no ebi adwa feed the crab de be mo no minya eti be say omo anhwɛ ni ya willfully causing financial loss to the state. It was a idea we say because that omu pass idea we omu kotu ska guka. Say okochiche day old chicks ama enkofo. Say omu koyen na omu enkoko no etwa na omu to nkusia na I don't know how
buapaya say yan seska.
Na senya buapaya say ye be assessment. Na omu bu nkonta enkyere the parliament say and I say so auditor general as I say oye report e was idea we say na ba ne hu say ehim for na mode sa skapuduo no mode ma wo mu na wo koma nkofo enkoko 5 ne 6 wa ma mu feed o enkoko no so bia 3 months ansa na omu be mature na wa ma mu feed no poor person no e de no koto eyi e de me yabi me to me dey o chicks me mu ego wild nsase bia maja menyanye maje ho na me de omu agum tina say omu aye fine pa but feed am to mo omu say no omu de sa nkoko ngetin ko omu ntimi nye sa adwuma ne da feed boarding so enti anka under normal circumstances say you identify all the poultry enclaves in Ghana.
Individuals na
you identify omu nyina wieye. Ana say you be ma omu the necessary inputs before fee and water. But at least you identify all the poultry farms, even Pomazi farms, how to rehabilitate all those farms. Bunu area hono. You call
Doman area.
Exactly, Doman farm. Poultry farmers say what doman kwa betimi produce FD or man we say if you give them now they how mu yeko ade na how mu pa the cost of feeding enti na bebre so we 500,000 birds you call hono na say utumi 50,000 birds per because so feeding no body omu ntimi enye enti adenti na sankofo no ye ma omu the necessary resources no na say feeding no kra be subsidize e ma omu no ntimi multiply omu production anka any problem or poultry you ho kra na wakosisa enkoko enkitin akoma ordinary Ghanaians onim nkoko ye ho hwe you see when we were growing up in the village na papa onya kubawa so die ni ye no na ye hwe oh that time kra no mu kire entrepreneurship ne sa nema no but that time ama ye team say sa na no mu ye but the man say watanshi nkoko no ho che wo kra ubuka wo kwesua wo yi onya grow na because o ye ya na oni age say koko na ye wonya otu nkosua bia 10 otimi abobo 8 che say a success story ma but ne nyina na entrepreneurship na omu kire ye no say side na bi ni hobby enti enye obia na odi akoma na obetumi ahwe ni bebre bewu from day no de bom kofo de bebre bewu enti ye fi poultry na omuye ne basasa no ena ami akodu say so you let's go to bibiti say rice say basin there sila say kwade yama na ye west kra ne say ye rice na ye ku ye ho promote say obeka ya ye ni Ghana mu na no na anu so there exactly what is happening bi since we buy you know why it is so profitable, so easy to import rice from anywhere in the world. When we buy Ghana, se Ghana rice no, se farmer no, domudiano last year, e guho no mo this year de eba beka ho. 2024 de kromudia no. Bi wo. Enti se Ghana ni bia oye rice farmer bia o tie mi bia be di ho adanse se. Omo ade no, omadua e na abo omo so. Why? Because so be imported a movie outside eba Ghana. Price no fu chance say we year rice farm e Ghana ha. Because Ghana will labor cost high. Them say what call ye friend in Nika no. The rice processing facilities ye be around the country. They say be academy because in Pakrono oba de all the charging crowd onya. And or the baho now process money we are one neto.
Yeah.
It's about a big issue. The friend say new government buy no more can say the school feeding system there don't buy integrated side here, which was a wonderful idea. Because I said move to me here now. Because we are far rice farmer no say waboka ena odi produce rice no better no 800 and sana when you sika obia on pen for sompo. Now I say be 500 da obeka church go away. Yeah. So that is the problem I tell you if you ask any rice farmers you see and abemo say oh yeah 50 acres last year this year obey 20
and
acres.
And that be room no be kofo.
Quickly
ma yensha Ghana Cocoa Board Bill 2026
no. Right.
And then because the main title men are not from here. Mintimi train mu. Was here coffee? Yes, said there. Me cocoa fu no mintimi we bibia wum. And I'm some penam if you tell go crazy with Danya. You bet him I'm seeing and he
right
as former deputy agric minister. I did wum.
Unim. I bill been a dam anyway. This is the Ghana Cocoa Board Bill 2026. Been a dam now read memorandum now a can't buy now. Oh, when your mama good reasons are, as I say, yam ran home baby. Because I also the PNDC law now, a Cocoa Board, the Act 1984, no, I check. And but if you obano, PNDC law 81 be so ebaye, and then NLC decree, so a free farm government, no, almost decree 278. Almost a cocoa industrial regulations consolidation decree. And 1968, and also LI 598. Then the Cocoa Duty Act 1974, NRC, a champon, also AAB 265. Oh, then the Economic Plans Protection Act. In fact, a high na medebeka asempa. Who say the other nano not all cano. There's a law had mudada. A order 1979, AFRC decree 47. And then I say. Enya koko nkwa all other economic trees wontimi entwa engu
from
salo wenti
to say cashew cocoa ne
wontimi entwa economic trees bia engu from but the man we say a bit curious ne say adentina omo single out cocoa say wontimi wunya ye afuo na cocoa farmer wontimi convert no emfanye bibia biom na maybe this guy koto beka na say car first na trotro me say me private I see me to me any sir this apart from say my license but the card I can use it for any other purpose we say say media assassin no wo dia mamio and that assassin me am koto masase because the idea omu ye bill we first yeah we are not against the bill.
Okay.
But approach no bill no buy no. This bill shouldn't have come to Parliament under a state of urgency at all. What's so urgent about?
Your best say nyam prepare
ho no bro me dasi. Nyam prepare ho kra sanke omunya abotre a serious consultation. Say about take 6 months, 1 year krempa. Because we are talking about 4 million people are depending on this industry. As I heard the whole country no crown and yet now therefore gold about 2 cocoa. Cocoa now share on my way over 100 years. It's who deal with that, we see a major law here. A big and not just small amendment to change the whole PNDC law no. Repeal of that law and do we say abano. Until we yes na as I say we hear consultation. We need nipa din kita ho na major stakeholders e bi ni say cocoa farmers. It is clear say omuni cocoa farmer bia ehia. And adi we say buy. But minority no etwe ye ho fisade on because of na umpesa ade no eba another kind of saying state of emergency na omude ba no ene yesi da bi sa emra we say no ye imrahye ne sa enti omuntu omubo ase na 2024 aba ekoto yenti wo beka ne sen na akusi sen omu twifa majority so if I say minority so until yes leaders like say no then we shouldn't be part of this whole thing na me no mu ya adwen because the ba go ka bia no my yomu decision awie because enra omu PRO no me no e wo program bi so na wo ka say consultation no me kasa me wrong say woman consultation na Randy Abebe CEO no or around the cocoa areas ni na and I'm say at that time no o ka kire hwan say obey repeal PNDC law no so o ka kire obi say obe repeal sa law na anka bia akuafo no ani ni hia no kombe bobo enema say omu ye ho but we dey okose omu no ahwe omu challenges na who fear cry who nim kwani challenge ona oti ho na enti say waka na challenge bia kire wa no kire say wo buy na kire say we no all what me abeka say Saturday we say see any say no we don't do it like that omo holy koko efi enkrase no back room na abese afatema ha bo akono omo nyina they were not consulted yewo license cocoa buyers omo ye major stakeholders pa omo say last minute yi bia omo ba omo ho no omo be meeting input scrum di mo mbakokra ni ho a eba you know the parliament my passing you know it's consultation there me am say consultation bi ankoso sa nyema we na ma ye ka say no until say ye be the proper thing no any say president was sent it to this bill because cross by cross no hwem pa ejuma koko ejuma no mpese omugu no
NDC ban pese ogu koko ejuma no
I'm telling you why am I saying this omunim pa say koko adwuma no ewo first say intensive care unit they know pa and number 2 omunim pa say gold and share Ghana opani Sami Jemfi lawyer eja obo ne hosafo ni nyina wo say wetima pro wato more gold ama Ghana ye misa say sa gold na oto no efi Newmont anase efi Anglo Gold anase Daman
black voter for
anase hwan ye misa you see I don't know omu de omu ho aba wo sadi we ho pa ma it's just unfortunate ama omu ho ada ho nti nkofo na time na this MPP wo so na omu etemu na omukwase sa nsuo ehunu nsuo bi di ben na Accra street mu no enne na me bisa omu say omu bisa say sa gold na go board nya sisi aye CD na ye stable now sure IMF reported by ni sika omu dey support CD na ma CD no artificially the yefo to twe wo de say the yefo no jo na bo say ne nan nyina ni hobiem obi amisa say at the expense of na yenya sa ade no ana region se wo Ghana ha ye koko pa no house pa ni you too good kase pa obetima ka say north obi apie ho mre but omo abefu na say na omo de be to mo but traditionally be bia you see you take western region, central region, eastern region, Ashanti region na wafa bono ho no mo ka aka ho na there's one region bimpo na western north ukra nye ni nyina ba bi kakra bi na odi aka ho sa region si pa na ye tu gold pa wo Ghana ha ba unim say sa region si so pa ana ekran say ye cocoa so pa wo it is a cocoa asase na say baby asase na di dua ye di tu gold no asase no kra esa na asase na esa no na di aka na say ye di nya sa gold pin no mumisa gold boy say sa gold no if you hefa so sa gold board is 7 there what dey no here for another story but me am on my cocoa because cocoa na baby e dia cocoa pa no ho ene ye tu gold pa small scale miners e friend be artisanal miners license small scale miners no ene wo mo e from galamsey for no so omu nyina emi say omu say asase bɛn ɛna ɔmode etu gold ne ba sisi a ɛna sɛ ɛyɛ ɛdɔbɔfoɔ ne nsɛnkyerɛfoɔ ɛyɛ a monhyɛ da nkɔ baabi a saa regions a meken na monkɔhwɛ areas bi a 2024 na ɛyɛ cocoa farms a sisi a ɛni hɔ biom na wokɔ kuro bia so a ɛni akɔra ketewa kura bɛka kyerɛ sɛ aha o na cocoa fuo ebi wɔ ha paa o ɛna ɛni hɔ eti cocoa adwuma nankasa no is in crisis ɛna Ghana o sɛ yɛ cocoa adwuma no ɛyɛ ankorankora ɛna edua Ivory Coast aban ɛwɔ nsase nti aban no ɔmo yɛ ɛyɛ plantation cocoa farming ɛwɔ Ivory Coast Ghana ha ɛyɛ ankorankora individual families yɛn nsase ɛna yɛde dua cocoa na aban wo asase ne nya wo dia how can you legislate say obi a odua tse obi dua nyado awɔ nefu asase so
ɛso bɛbɔ amaniansa
na ɔno onyɛ saa de a adenti na cocoa de osi ɔnyɛ ne saa nti nipa kro no o decide say cocoa bro nyanya asase bia na pe cocoa it may be in the Ashanti region it may be in the Western region but baby asase no na hɔ nkwa bia odua cocoa a enye yi ba uko dua cocoa wɔ so a cocoa ni nyini fɛfɛɛfɛ ba do 3-4 years no say cocoa no ne so no aye basa na wakoto wasase o wasase wakoto na wo pese
what did be fast here
say what did be fast here now can say look now what is say yes asase no we yes wo di dua aba ye pa na pese o da chi ya ene dua be na yes me ntimi enua abe wo asase no so say mbegye permit efi ay cocoa board ho na cocoa board work send betumi afa omo betumi a monitor saade we say nyina enti emra na dwumaye no ebeye din ebeye basa no yemfa sa amra no ma because amra we say I'm telling you and ombachi cocoa growing areas ombachi obi atum ombachi obi atum wo de mark my words ade we say ya kan say my president on sign salo we but so signia idea everybody say with impunity no people will begin to even cut cocoa because cocoa no sa afia we pricing na omudi ya omudi sisi cocoa farmers no me cocoa farms 3 sisi abako de eya kabush because lebre so mo no majai atiti cocoa from November ni ade na ne entu aka na me ara mpa bibi kakra de mane omu se no adwuma wo de enye adwuma ni dachi na omu agyae it is how be mra na atimi ama cocoa industry no ayeya enye sa emra we ya in favor cocoa farmers no the other one there's another clause be cocoa the pricing no wo
right me pacho mami fa sidama haksa mixture was say osa tamfo kase pa eno no what the haksa mixture capsules aba me pacho obi a osa hawo wonidi ya yam do hwewo wodidi ya yam do hwewo medika ka cho se bentina ha ni ntro ade ye papa na mekamfo ama na anwumre yi enti a mekamfo haksa mixture ama no pebinom osa no edidu ho a mfihia bebre kura no a etu ase e prase e ade ba kwa be mo so wanya osa ne say loss of weight ubon say
percent ema kokwa ekuafo a we can pay them throughout the year it's in your friend guaranteed producer price because guaranteed the abai bia no ntimi enti saabo no so
but ntimi mfole e wo world market
said wo de waton wade o
okay
what ton masan the day am signing agreement na no wo de wo sika nyina yetu ama enti se nkofo no se ebo no kosra to their benefit akwa say hedging kind of to their benefit but because we a commodity no price no enyina faako enti we lucky we study into cocoa marketing company omo ye adwuma ho no omo ye very experienced guys omo study market na they can strike a very unique average. Yes, it ade we yen turn the side we say. Na throughout the year na bia entimi nko sei. Enti
yen pege wo ha.
Yeah, exactly. Na omaton. Nti omo beton no. Omo nim say saa sika we say omo de ama Ghana. Na ya supply ye yi na ma wo mu. oh the supply ma wo mu a na sa yentimi supply ni nyina kura me fan said there's a shut off of production na yentimi supply ni nyina mu a the next year no we are obliged say you be continue the supply now but they won sika e ma o de adi ujuma okay I don't know e bi na o de ye sa 2024 25 season no o de my 2025 season na you can say na yenya ye producer price ya ma bo ne dada nti the when be kura be ka ho a eno we dey say bonus so ehu but reduction part they want to reduce price no ana yanko guaranteed price because
farmer no or the project
or the bibia ni no beto ne bas school fees obetua brilliant tare obeto ni ade na or the projections awie it is about na ka say oba beti say kim say what is organizing a whole family no
okay
na enu bi na isi 2025 the crisis now ye be mu 2025 eno kra no say omu minim say boapayo say e bi no mu de cocoa farmers but that price in there they will pay dearly say cocoa farmer pa brand ho pa na ne sika ade no so wo enye say bia kokoto wa koto ade no
producer price of them cocoa farmers they will pay dearly
they will pay dearly
wow.
They will pay dearly you see cocoa farmers bono hine minim say what do cocoa asida
Mammy,
Cocoa Juma, Eddie Rough, Uko, a general mosquito. Na Otaka Simbi pa say Cocoa, was what Cocoa, Ubi Cocoa film. Cocoa Rana, Shemakaba, National Shessin, no Besha Diatari.
Cocoa ni cashew, what you wedding?
Eddie Rough,
my cashew, what my
good. It is say, we are buying, and I say Cocoa board. Na we wa dwen say wusisi akuafo asa hotopa edi ahoto unya bida because omu bre asana ye the beans no abrel koko adwuma no 80% eye ku adwuma
okay
20% pen eye marketing and finance etime kra e mwa say omu asa yafi agric ministry or e dia core finance ministry
I know how can maybe say when e say kwa na
a policy decision abane say to force and control all the resources in this country. So gold board, cocoa board, even Tamapot, every revenue be out there bisa those ministers no share those areas no so. Omo bubu omo pray na ya de nyina nko to force no manage the finances of this country.
My question, we are Rajab for and more representing yen.
Good.
Want me a question about na my
question na no as the member say policy in say oba parliament ebeje
approval
no this one that should
the policy no
yeah the policy no say me pese me dia mame sika ni nyina ko finance ministry eno no we ye ho hwe enye nti we ka keke eti anu bi na sisi a omo koye ya the time make say they will pay dearly no akwafo nyina nim say omo bu omo kwase omo de omo ka but bibia wonimre ugu wonimre ne twabre so wonimre nti omu de sese omu sa e wosoro nti omu hodin kwani bia wontimi nyu kokon so e den abakoton na that cheap price na ade a ya wo mu kra ne say you see when that price that reduced price no was announced na sika ni ho na cocoa farmer bia ne ho akire no pa ne ba yare no ne ade nti de sa 2000 something ko cocoa crash no was it what thousand be my farmer me fi bread dia me fi ton cocoa thousand I'm telling you just to survive and I said the ma ebe survive na say nipa no obedi ya onum sa na you think say you be okay because what I tell you say this is a guaranteed price. No there be bia then you obey no 419 say ontimi no because cocoa kwafo mo ball rough enti the only team ni say obobon paya ma say nyankwada netra hoda that's all
Mamina say honorable ya frimpon ado MP for Manson ado bia finally Ghana 40 union
yo brohini o say o man chichire de anka ye kai anka ye wonsom oh but Ghana ya ye mistake bi sisi ye one party constitutional state mu one party constitutional state wonim the entity sir ye to aba no overwhelmingly ye president and no forming the government parliament esenka the mouthpiece of the people no ye betumi akebia and also they say about minority no ye mighty minority there but omucha mienu kra na se fa kra kobobo baby na eka half na any legislation bia ye beto bia no omu ebu afaye so share committee levels and you consider a lot of things in parliament me committee am chair environment science and technology yeah 17 NDC year 12 and MPP year 5 it's even at the committee level no every ABM person mu bia na 5 they only 12 o mu cha mu two kra half no chen enti e na no mako akoka akakabesem the enti mistake a Ghana mesima ebi nsi biem say ye kwa koto aba na yesi ebufu enti ye ma overwhelming na one side party be say on for me government because the executive no control legislature massive control and the judiciary say ka unya asemo ko ayebeka bia ma nso a the first year me say yen onse owo utwa ne ti a dia ka ne ya homa so yen chief justice no emfi ho enti yen chief justice no and ye dey more supreme court judges abeka ho and ye appoint more high court judges and appeal court judges
full control
so me say ye one party constitutional rule yempo and that is worrying obi a wo democracy as pa no any situation like this be also say oman be e konije
that means man pay na be elective dictator
that's what I'm talking about because bibia ni ho a opese o ya onye tese bi obetene oba into obema bibia ni ho a okase o yesisi a
right
ontumi nye enti Ghana for me dey make say MPP for yen share sapomunsuo
okay
na we no dey share ni say all of us must unite you see na ye bond very well na saa nyeme ya omuntumi emmo kashire enso omuniema no na yema Ghana for who we should expose everything that they are doing to Ghanaians parliament wana omu bufa yeso a sebe betra ha no me ye kasese na mfra me aha de obi antim mo first na yema Ghana for entiase nyema ekoso menua abna osiasare wa fa crusade bi say gold board bonia gold board die ba omu de omu ntra ho because unim crime there any expiry date it makase omu die to trust mu dia kakabesem ni age no mu kan hu say crime any expiry date dey emre beba uni ho biem na every case 100 years crime it can be called for you to be prosecuted enti obi oye bibia no onhwe no hu na yenso yemomodin yentutu yefie na yefe yesusum nyina nta Dr. Bawumia chi na yenko yenim meme nda be ye call regional elections
I'm be queen wa ha me or regional youth organizer
o Greater Accra oh okay all right enti ma omo ejire ni nyina the best of luck na nakopon ton super engusumayen na yenya omo dedicated part to the cause of the party na omo manage regions no mayen na yen kick start ye bibia 10 na me say inshallah 2029 Dr. Bawumia will become the president of this country na me shiramu be kra opena kunu see no wa sha obeyira
so woni soja ni kura twempran kura
I'm telling you in those days wa sha obeyira you know say business be na no be ye na chinye bi ba ho ne ade na o ka che soja ni bia ka hu say wa yira no oh now they see just after the elections na koso omemu especially Accra ha no na makai those days pa na be near fee because na I 79 there I was I think in Form 3 secondary school yeah 81 there I think I was in lower 6 oh china na me near fee I saw everything that happened around us but tembia me can say abai sesa senka ye swenya sapa fi history mo about politicians we don't learn from history. That is why enema ACCI say history repeating no. We don't learn from history at all because enema ACC over the years abai sesa ye ba civilian regime class be to me sesa About kiki no appeal because we call law courts now. As a proven name be near the end. We need evidence be able to proven to say what we say is a who no D. You know, ebini oraya omuye dede bebre no. Na me can be say look, this thing are omuken. When it comes to the crunch, now as I say, omoko can say more quarter. People will be found so wanting say they cannot get anything to incriminate anybody. Now, I got 2 years and I'm being vindicated. So, sir, they're not mekano. Sir, pepe. Eti, sir, me meet on me, Ministry of Agriculture. Now, the president appointed me, no say me ko boa me minister. First one was Dr. Osefu Yakutu. Now, ono na opeso be the president in it. Ono kwa na Dr. Brechampo by. So I worked under these two ministers. Omu mame ejuma ena me koye. Enti anko ba se me sign ade bia we be ka se sa ade wenti ye be hwehwe honorable Frimpong na ya chi no. Enti seriously speaking se omu aye omu adwen se ombe chichi obi a obeka se bia ade a me I doubt say obi betumi abe me kra say obi bisa masem bi krampo nti say eye which hunting and omo ye but me sign bibia kata bia me da say me signature also oba be chi me say dey we be before na waka se bia sunsun na maye bibia na nti te bro no ene dey me yam shime ba kumpo da sense ye fi so no ya there ya ma me yam shime ne your substantive ministers no because why you careful we say obi wa no pepe bia wo sane enye obi fa na say he kakra e be fa so say by interrogation no say nye nipa bia so ne what that temperament nya kokodro na yetumi e ka say bra investigation na yekofo look at the style amode achichi nipa na e invite nipa na ade no say why you careful na say your friend sa na unye strong pa unim say unye hwia obi a yembe show no obi anso ne adrenaline level
of course
ebi nko fo pini to me shocks e bi a ye born di kekese omra na phone call kekese omra no krade ntimi machine bi betimi
okra na yere ne makra yem betimi ahye
exactly bi betimi asi enti empire ne yemmoma ye substantive ministers no ene appointees na ye nimpa say omu tata omu papa ndie your minority group in there, we are very much aware of whatever is going on. But at the end of the day, me say, Nelson Mandela saw the prison for about 27 years or so. Say the part of that prison ho. It's me to me the room. They say, oh, this is very purely political. In the part of the good prison ho no see on the uncle. I mean, Papa Mono, he will just come out. I mean, as a free man. But here, you know, idea will be as say send a unia echina it can be you because politics
but honorable it seems MPP gentle too much.
You are right now and if history yeah na nanomo a omote the UP tradition no mu wa kodrupa but fi 79 bano say ya ba be say yeah, gentle too much. If it's 79 bano. Otherwise, I can never be a koso ne. It's a ruby a koso no. Say party be pan kagana ijadaha two. Because why should it happen? Say ya to a baby ye man penny. We ye na so for no mu ye juma. Na and a juma na ye some modi ye juma ma and ye man sabe Ghana for edi 2 million na ashemusa. Na anka be jai the pastor somewhere is here na nka moto aso no mo de chese pastor yi na mo de cha to obi bowa na mo kwa kwachi no na ye so ye ho gentle na brohini there's one thing about MPP so mehu MPP no you say ye do kwa wanye lucky pa say ye modon pi medu achi no I haven't seen that in NPP pa o say akoye say say una okoye ko kan wasem ya ebi a woku ho aso omano pa waso party pa ba asem bi ba ye bo chidom ewo wachi no MPP menya hu sade no ewo ye ho papa. It is not too good.
Support in this unity.
Yeah, unity ni dey make you say wo when say a word. But say who say me say ya chi bunuhine.
Okay.
Na awokraba mo to say ya fold yensa.
Ye mfa onye ye ne
Bibi sa hey sabi na make na ewoyemu anka eba sa no na anibra ba na ya mobilize because ya won for the whole country power. Dia na NDC no. You bet you be more than them. But unfortunately, minim say dia na ba ye mu ya chi nipa bia ya dia no kekeneka. But say yenye chobo pa nko no. Recently, some of the arrests, those MPs, Krabine, so a few there, Oma Koho, near that time, not mental pointy, those are in meant me and Kobe. But, Kaysa, a doma a wono, your corner, yeso, yet Emma, whoever, or share Chileno, and who say, look, we need to say Yokoho. I mean, why should what's the guy named there, Oshehono?
Ramonacha.
Yeah, I didn't think I say, Unya data, you know. Na ono tumi set bail condition ya wa ibia ya obo o say ye nipa ba ko ba ha and o say dey say edu ye say ye ba power pa am say better na sure say o say o use it word be
o say Yesu cross
Yesu
asendua na ye hu say moja no Yesu moja no na wo so
the unthinkable. Na I think say Okasa because of the economy. When say Honorable Haruna Idrisu has had occasion at Kansas, me say that style of yeah, and
Martin Pegbumo,
yeah, it's not too good because me one pa say just about 3 years ago you were not in power, so now Oba Jadiesa and strike you say. Said we are boy no sa na ade friends ade besa ade chin no sa na ade besa nti and strike okra said this was be anywhere a permanent constant nti ade a me hwe ni ye nti akina na say enema 10 now you need to near say 1,500 billion ama ye nyiwa wo ga Ghana ho na beka bi obi amfi wo nti say ye bibia ye tie ho hwe do things in moderation. You invite people because democracy a due process, the rule of law. It is a obi boni bia emra kwan so ho a ye be fa no na to na no, but not this Rambo strategy coup BSc na report at the Gonda barracks in your own interest. So what you say sir you know atwam way back 1981. And he said, it because CBU, because I had dispensation at least. I bet any more fine. And your crown better than any military regime.
Right. Quickly, my young call or field. Now, your name come. Your name, Rajab, you know what? Mansour Dubia, former deputy minister for food.
I pay no what chances say bit me a source because a beer you who say wrong conviction be or factual error. It be okay. One of them, Anna, lawyer attach and raise say, Judge no already Minerals and Mining Act no baby are no person they convicted Wontumi Nkwan or Kinkai. But we read the entire Minerals and Mining Act no holistically. Ubohunu say chama Wontumi onyam from Sobia. Ebi no raise regulation as a section 42 and they corner 43 hono they corner say there be na chama Wontumi ne kora no all right say wotimi assign de ma obi e de ye adwuma all right say wotimi ma obi esom obi kora say magilisa komasa aseso ko ye adwuma e ho no judge na hwe ho no right ne so ye de ma no say wotimi ma obi ko ni nyina wa hwe na emu mo hwe de obi ano asem a waka eso ne ma chama Wontumi e ka so nkonko dua kube na ono duru ono ameni skanti ono ko ye adwuma no galamsey na ode kokko edua ode bi e support kube ni dua nti wa convict no. Looking at this no a resi surface can say prima facie wrong conviction that P has an obvious and strong chance of succeeding because a major legal or factual error occurred at the trial.
Abusia say de name si ko Ghana ha no de bibia di adanse se NDC aban wahye da yi ne yam se wotata MPP for papa wahye da pa ayi ne yam se obetena MPP for energy so ade nti na ma me kasa na ye nyina yinim se oba oman bia mu a ya na omo ewo legal break anase justice system no wonum atemu dwumadie no ano omo eyon me kire a lawyer for a judge for magistrate for ene omo a omo di emra ho adwuma nyina no omo obra ya na omo kokoje omo ho memre kakra bi na edu sa abre no a case se wo court a ya na